It is Monday, January the 16th, 2024. I am James. You are you. We are here for another thrill-seeking, breathtaking, heart-pumping edition of the show that can't go away. Of course, we are talking about the At Home with James internet show. I am James. You are you. We are here. It is Tuesday. That's right, for a second consecutive week. No Monday show, but we have got the train on the tracks and we are ready to rock and or roll despite the late start due to a technical blooper, blunder, and or boner. I was given a challenge mere seconds before going on air from tonight's technical director, the side piece of the show, Dave Kaufman. He says, I want to see positive James tonight, and I don't think that I'm ever particularly negative on the show. Sometimes there's a bit of song and dance where I pretend to be a little bit of a cranky pants, but overall, 9 times out of 10, I am a ray of sunshine in an otherwise cloudy, wintry, wet, snowy, slushy, mucky world. What are we doing tonight? It is the Wheel of Topics 2024. We do it a few times a year, and we are kicking off the 2024 year with the Wheel of Topics, and I could not be more excited about the panel that has been assembled tonight. As mentioned, the aforementioned Dave Kaufman. Also joining us, a regular, returning once and for all. We're talking about Marilyn T. And my God, we have unthawed the rarely seen but at-home original Sehar Manji for tonight's show. So if you're asking, why not bring them on now? Hey, I couldn't agree more. So let's do it. Let's welcome our 2024 Wheel of Topics panel guests. Guys, how are we feeling tonight? Sehar, I want to start with you. It's
I'm
been a
good.
while, as
It
Aaron
has,
Lewis of Stained once said. What gives?
I don't know, but you said you had to thaw me, so life happened.
Yeah, life happened. I confronted you a few days ago. I said, when are you going to come back on the internet show? And you're like, I don't know. And I was like, how about Tuesday? Then you gave me a list of days that you can't do. And then I said, okay, well, Tuesday it is. The
Yep.
last time you were here, I dove into the archives, was my tree lighting ceremony in
Oh,
2022. You were at my apartment.
yep.
Prior to that, it was December 2021 when you were wearing a provocative top.
Maybe that's why I didn't come back. I'm in
Why?
pajamas now, James. What are you gonna say about that?
Well, are they provocative?
I don't know.
All
I'm not
right. Well,
wearing bra.
let's move on to Marilyn. Marilyn, your background matches your top. It's unbelievable. Welcome back to the program. Your first appearance in the new year. How are we feeling this evening?
Good, good, good. Excited about the wheel? Well, you sounded excited about it, so I'm very curious.
I am very excited. I'm glad that we're curious. Dave, let's go to you. You gave me a challenge. I want to dig into that a little bit. Are you saying that I'm not positive on this show?
I think
Be
before,
honest. Be honest. I'm not going to be sensitive about it. Be honest.
I think that occasionally you lack positivity, but I'll say before the show you seemed particularly irritated.
Yeah, I had an angry outburst.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, for people who don't know, we use Zoom as our production call for this. And of course, with Zoom, as we've learned during the pandemic times, you have to send invite links. And I had embarrassingly accidentally sent it to a group chat that Sehar was in from last year. So all these people saw this Zoom invite. And then I gave a classic. James has unsent this. No one likes seeing that, right? No one likes the Facebook has unsent a message.
There's
No,
a aura of
it
intrigue around those. Oh, what did they
feels
unsend?
like anger. It feels like somebody said something, realized they said it too directly, and took it back.
Sehar, have you done that
Yeah.
before?
No, I don't. I've never taken it back. I've just
Oh,
said whatever I said.
I believe that.
Yikes.
Marilyn, how about you? Ever accidentally unsend a message?
Yes,
Or
and then
not
I sent,
accidentally, on purpose, rather?
well, yeah, on purpose, but then I felt bad and sent another kind of iteration of the message just to explain why I had removed it.
Yeah, usually the unsent is accompanied by, oops, that was meant for, and usually that is what it is. If I ever unsend a message, it's usually because it might be sensitive information or it's, oh, this is so irrelevant, you don't need to see it.
Have you ever?
Marilyn, let me
Oh, sorry.
go. No, after you, Dave.
I was going to ask if you ever accidentally called somebody on Facebook that you don't really know so well.
I have not done that. No.
Called no, but accidentally liked a post of somebody that I was like, oh God, they're gonna think I'm creepy, and I'm really not. I was just scrolling.
Or what about this one? When you're creeping on Facebook pages, you accidentally tag yourself in someone's photos. I've done that. I've done that. I've done that. And I don't mean creeping isn't like, oh, baby. Just like, when you go on kind of a
You
Facebook
followed.
rabbit hole, like, who's this person that
Yeah.
my mom is friends with? And then it's like all of a sudden you've accidentally tagged yourself on some lady named like Ghislaine Tremblay's like profile photo where it's her ski doing or something.
Yep. Or you accidentally add them by mistake,
That's not so bad because you can take the friend request back.
but they
Before
still
we get
get
into
it.
the wheel, let's talk about moments of social media shame. Do we have any others that we can all relate to? What about sending a selfie to the wrong person?
No.
I've done this. I've been screen sharing at work, and then just forgetting I was screen sharing, like started playing a game.
Okay.
That's my guilty thing.
All right. Marilyn, any other moments of social media shame?
No, I can't think of any. Just like I don't think I've tagged myself, but I liked something that I didn't want to like, probably, and then was able to take it back, I think, hopefully.
Well, that happens on Twitter often as people will go into perhaps, pop culture figures likes on Twitter, and it's like, hey, this Ryan Gosling has been liking neo-Nazi stuff, but it's very easy to accidentally like things on Twitter.
Yeah.
Once you're like swiping that thumb to scroll, you might hit a like and you're like, oh mama. Dave, you
I
ever accidentally like on Twitter?
No, but I've been accidentally followed by someone who is a minor poker celebrity,
oh
only to have them unfollow me like 2 days later. I think they thought I was the wrong guy.
no,
Oh.
that's a strategy. Follow people so they follow you back and then unfollow them.
I don't
Do you
think this
do that?
guy.
No, but that's what apparently influencers do. But I remember one of the like original of faux pas type thingies or shameful things was James, you caught me. This was back in the day when you could see people's activity on Facebook, like who
Sure.
liked what or whatever. And I guess I didn't realize I was just clicking away, and I apparently liked Tyrese's page. And then you text me, and you're like, I think I probably can find the message, but you're like, haha, Sehar likes Tyrese, and I'm like, what? And I was like, oh my God.
Now
Isn't it
Tyrese,
insane that we used to be able to see each other's activity logs?
Yeah, there was a ticker, or like you would see it on your feed. So and
Yeah.
so liked this
But
and
hold
this.
on, did you accidentally like Tyrese, or were you just embarrassed that
No,
you were
I think
caught?
I was just scrolling, and I must have done something.
And
And I
also, Sehar, may I just say that this exposed shoulder is a little provocative.
well, Tyrese would like it.
First, big laugh of the night goes to Dave. Well, look, we could sit here talk about Facebook all day long. Marilyn mentioned she's excited. She's curious about the Wheel of Topics. Dave and myself populated this mere moments before and during the production call. So, Dave, let's bring the wheel on the screen. You are the wheel master. You will be spinning the wheel. We will be seeing how many topics we can get through on this blessed night together on twitch.tv/athomewithjames. Dave, are you ready for the first spin?
I am. The wheel's on the screen. No one else is. I'm ready to do the first spin.
All right,
Here we go.
here we go.
Can you hear that spin noise?
I hear the spin, folks. If you're only listening to the show, please bring your eyes to the Twitch player. We have landed on what?
First category is milk.
So we've landed on milk. So earlier when we were putting it together, Dave said, "Are you serious about this one?" And I said, yes. I think milk can be a pretty divisive topic.
yeah,
Do we drink it? Do we use it? Do we ban it from our fridge? Sehar, let's go to you. You had a pretty strong reaction to milk.
I don't understand how it's a thing. I think, I mean, I like that it caters to everyone's flavor profiles and digestion. We're talking about milk, like milk from a like milk.
Yeah, we've landed on milk.
I just don't understand how every
Can I just jump
American
in? I
child.
don't think it does align with people's digestive system.
No.
Well, no, but like I understand just to begin with, like back in the day, all I saw on TV was kids having milk, like just straight up drinking milk with dinner, with like pasta and pizza and
Oh
chicken.
yeah, spaghetti and milk is a classic
That's
combination.
all you saw on TV.
Well, I just kept thinking that, and I'm like, oh God, when I go to Canada, I'm gonna have to drink milk, just straight up milk. And people
And
still do
okay,
that
so
in
but also for the people who don't know, Sehar, you are from,
Kenya.
and you were not raised on drinking milk.
I mean, I didn't like it, but it
Okay.
wasn't forced at us like this.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it was forced as much as we were just kind of.
It appears every household child.
I would say that milk growing up as a kid is not so dissimilar to juice or soda if you had a soda family. Yeah, milk was not one of those things like you have to drink milk or we will kill you.
Oh, that was for me, that's what it was. Um, yeah, I hated milk.
Did
I
anyone hear that by chance?
No, what I
There
saw
was
you
a
look around.
giant bellow from my neighbor's apartment. So I just wasn't sure if it caught the someone might be having some erotic sex next door to me. Okay, so Sehar, when you moved to Canada, did you decide I'm going to get on the milk bandwagon and drink it with my sketty?
No, I didn't do that, but I bought, you know how like in Canada you have the bags of milk and you get
Yes.
like three in a pack? I did that thing where I would shop the way I was expected to shop because I saw everyone else shop that way, but I was one person in a studio apartment, but I was shopping like I had a family of six.
You're buying 4 liters
And
of milk at a time?
yeah, I would buy all, and I'm just like,
Why? Why'd you do that?
because I was learning how to grow up. I didn't know that you buy what you need. I was like, well, this is on a grocery list.
But
I
were
better.
you aware that milk spoils?
Yeah, I was aware that I didn't wasn't aware that a lot of
Were
things
you
spoil.
drinking it or were you just buying it because
No,
like
I
I
was
have
like, if I
to?
don't open the packet, it doesn't spoil. So I would open one at a time, and literally like
Well,
every,
of course you're gonna open one at a time. Would you just cut three open and put?
I don't know, but I was just I remember
Now I just want to jump in here, Dave. This is why we're putting it on the
I
list.
I am impressed with
You're sold.
the depth of this
I knew it.
conversation. And as soon as you mentioned milk, there's a lot in my going on in my head right
Yeah,
now.
there's a lot going. Marilyn, I want to go to you. Milk. Your thoughts?
Well, you probably know this, but from me, I'm lactose intolerant. But I started being lactose intolerant probably in high school, like late. So I have drunk milk in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, like, I mean, when I was younger, I guess I liked cereal, but it's definitely not something that I eat at all
Yeah.
ever in my life. So kind of like milk has been eliminated, and if I have a craving of some kind, well, never for milk, but maybe for ice cream. Now there's all
Yes.
these varieties, right? Almond, uh, uh,
Soy good.
yeah, oatmeal, yada yada. And I find those alternatives to be quite interesting, let's say for somebody who's like lactose intolerant. And
I've-
also, side note, oh, Dave,
I've got a
yes.
quick. Did anything onset your lactose intolerance? Because I got a buddy who drank a whole bunch of bug spray at camp and became lactose intolerant from that moment on.
What did he drink?
Bug spray, yeah, on a
he
dare.
survived bug spray, but he didn't survive milk.
No, he drank bug spray and became lactose intolerant from the event.
Wow. I
Now
don't-
is this like kind of like an old wives'
No,
tale?
I know the guy.
Yeah, but it could have just been a very convenient happening
Could
close
have been,
together.
but legend goes.
Why did he drink the bug spray?
I was like on a dare. It was like, oh, I bet you I could drink this. Oh, you probably shouldn't drink that. Kind
Now,
of
Dave,
thing.
I want you to relax before I say this. Four Loco Toad is in the chat,
Oh no,
and this person writes, "quote No way that story is true."
it's 100% true.
Now, for those who don't know, there was some
This
there's some
fucking
tension
guy.
between you and Four Loco Toad a few weeks ago. Perhaps we can kind of temper that storm tonight.
Yeah, we'll
But
see.
I have heard you tell this story, Dave.
Yes.
Dave, how do you feel about milk?
I mean, a lot worse now that Four Loco Toad's in the chat. But yeah, I have a complicated relationship with milk. My dad is Jewish and my mom's Christian, so we were never allowed to have milk at dinner unless we went to my mom's family's house, and then milk was very much encouraged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a
Now, do
big
you
part of
drink it?
one side and not a big part of the other.
You drink it currently.
I have it in coffee and cereal, but I rarely have like a glass of milk with dinner. No.
Yeah, I think the only time I've had milk as just like a beverage is when we've done the cookie contest on the show.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat. And,
Yeah, I know. I could tell.
And Four Loko Toad, not the best joke, but he's really trying to get me out there.
Yeah, well, this is yeah. But I will say, since Four Loko Toad's arrival, our viewership has gone up.
Well, that's fine. So people will witness him trying to riz me.
Are people still Riz? I
Yeah,
think you mean Raz.
you can say
Riz
riz
is now
or raz.
slang for charisma.
Yeah.
Okay,
So he does have you razzed.
he has me rizzed. I'm extra
Giving you
charismatic
charisma.
now. What?
Are people still having cereal as a meal? To me, it's almost like a nice late night snack, or at times,
Yeah.
depending on cereal, that you have a dessert almost.
I'm in the late night snack dessert boat.
Yeah. What's your cereal of choice?
It's whatever I have in the house. I just right now is Reese's, the Reese's one, the Reese's
Oh
Pieces
God.
one.
Okay.
I know, but I bought a box. I have to finish it.
You just like buy stuff, eh?
Yeah.
I try a thing, and like another thing I have, which is really nice. I've got this coconut granola, which I just have on the couch with me. But this with mango yogurt is so good.
Well, hold on, Sehar. This is a milk conversation.
This goes with milk. It's
All
milk
right.
adjacent.
All right. Do we have any final thoughts on milk?
I find it strange that all these lactose intolerant people are conveniently not lactose intolerant in the summer when it comes to ice cream and pizzas and all the fun stuff.
So you're calling
right,
these
well-
people out.
Yeah.
Marilyn, how do you respond?
Yeah, I don't have ice cream except the ones that I told you, like if they have like oat milk or like oat whatever. And what was I gonna say? I said I didn't like cereal that much, but once in a while I'm only into like Cheerios, like crunchy, and I'll have it without milk, just like by the hand.
Yeah, that's a classic though. Kids
Yeah.
who used to bring the Ziploc bags of dry
Yeah.
cereal. But Marilyn, what about the alternative milks? Would you have cereal in kind of like an almond milk or an oat milk or something like that?
Not really. I don't care for soaked cereal.
I now that is an incredible take. In 2024, I quote, I don't care for soaked cereal. Damn, if there was ever at-home merch to be made, it would be that. Dave, I think it's time we go back to the wheel.
All right,
Are you
let's
still looking at the chat?
I'm a little
You're
rattled,
on
James.
guard, just waiting for it to happen.
I am on edge. I'm on edge now.
We're all friends here. We're all friends, whether we're viewers or collaborators.
Doesn't seem that way, James. Anyway,
All
let's
right.
go back to the wheel.
All right, let's go back to the wheel.
Here we go.
It has been spun. There's lots of interesting topics. Dave was skeptical about milk. We knocked it out of the park. And what have we landed on now?
Or it's still spinning. Sensual songs.
Sensual songs. Now, music that makes people go, mmm. Now, Sehar, there must be a Tyrese song that comes to mind.
Oh, no, I was gonna say there's two. I didn't know Baker Street was a song. I used to only hear it
By
at the
Jerry
theater.
Rafferty.
Yeah, because of the saxophone. I only ever heard it used in a show. What I'm gonna say, I think Kenny G. Whenever I hear Kenny G, I love it. But also,
Yeah.
I'm like, this was written with intention. Like, even
Oh,
if-
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His first album's got a lot of sexually suggestive songs. There's Midnight Motions. Yeah. Champagne.
Yep. There's a lot of R&B from the 90s. Like that's like I have a lot of like nostalgia with like very like smooth, like Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? There's Jagged Edge has a song. I think Next has a song called Wifey. I love that song. Oh, Joe, Good Girls. Oh, just like anything that says baby girl in it is is.
I feel like you could put together a 2-disc collection of
I was
Sehar's
looking at my Spotify for my playlist.
sensual songs by Sehar. Marilyn, how about you? Sensual songs while Sehar continues to accumulate this ever-growing playlist.
I can only think of one like sexual healing, like quickly off. But I'm really bad with music. I really am not like.
I mean, look, it's in the title, right? Sexual healing.
Yeah.
You're in such a bad way that someone's going to heal you sexually. Now, Dave, I know you can relate to that. What are some sensual songs?
The song that comes to the top of my mind is that D'Angelo song. I don't know if you remember that. D'Angelo, what's his name?
Yeah, D'Angelo.
D'Angelo, Untitled. There's that music video
It's,
where
I believe the music video is he's shirtless and jacked.
he's shirtless, jacked, and then you kind of see the.
Shirtless.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
Well, I didn't mean that, James. It was a slip
Well,
of the tongue.
I'll tell you why. It's because you've been looking at the chat, and Four Loco Toad knows. Because they've written, guy in the top isn't paying attention to the conversation. You're watching this thing like a guard dog waiting for it. Dave, you just got to get into the conversation.
I was talking.
What was Kathy talking about in the 2024 episode? Body conversation. When we see Dave's body language right now, what do we see on Dave's body language?
I'll stay in my position.
Yeah.
It
Dave,
looks
the floor is yours.
it looks like he's supposed to be in a Zoom meeting, but he's watching something, like he's got money on something else.
That's what we said a couple weeks ago.
Well, here's the thing. I have a bunch of screens open. One of them is OBS. One of them is Zoom. I got levels that I'm playing with and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah. What was the question, James?
Yeah, sensual songs. So you've got, D'Angelo.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a song written by a lady that's sensual because they've only been male songs so far. But I can't really think of any.
Portishead, Glory Box.
How's that go?
Oh, I could never dare dream to sing that song on this show.
Say, how are you give it a shot?
I don't know what song that is.
What about Black Velvet by Alana Miles? That's got some very, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot about Marjo. What was that song from last time, James?
Oh, Provocante?
No, the other one.
Oh, France d'amour animal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a very salacious song.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about some salacious, sultry Quebecois music. Yeah, I'll throw that in. Friend of the show, Marlena Moore in the chat writes, Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. That's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
That is a classic.
I saw a guy busking to that song, and I gave him $2.
So you enjoyed the cover.
I didn't enjoy it. I just like that he was playing that song.
All right, okay.
That's what James just said.
No. Now, Dave, you got Sehar coming after you now.
I don't even understand what that
Sehar,
meant.
are you for Loco Toad?
No.
Well, now, what about Sade?
Yes, always.
Smooth Operator?
Mm.
Yeah, or I Love Your Love is King. I know it's not sexual, but it's...
What about The Sweetest Taboo?
Yes.
Paradise?
What about the Prince's discography?
Prince has got a lot of pretty suggestive songs. Yeah.
Raspberry.
Prince Andrew.
I was like Raspberry Beret.
Yeah. The song in which my name is used.
Prince Andrew, yeah. Pedophile.
Do we have any other suggestive and sultry songs that we'd like to throw into the pot here?
It feels like, oh, that's not super sensual. That's more raunchy.
What?
Which?
Well, like anything by Genuine is
Oh, right. Pony.
Pony, but he has that other one. Is it Genuine? It was Montel Jordan.
Oh, you know who has a lot of sensual songs? And Prince Andrew reminded me of him? R. Kelly.
Robert on this show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Robert.
Let's go back to the wheel on
He's,
that note.
singing them in jail.
R. Kelly, good segue. Good segue. Robert.
All right, here we go.
Isn't it interesting that we got more spirited conversation for Milk?
It is interesting. Are you ready for
Once
the next
again,
topic?
Dave questioned whether or not Milk was serious, and it was. The wheel is spinning. Once again, it's the Wheel of Topics 2024. What we land on, no one knows.
I know. It's bad fashion, James.
Bad fashion. So the crux of this conversation is items of clothing, trends that we consider to be bad fashion. Now, Sehar, what we know that you will not be listing is provocative clothing. That will not make your list of bad fashion.
Yeah,
I want for us to take some time to think about it. Dave, I want to start with you.
Sure.
You generally dress like a guy who's going to a Dave Matthews Band concert.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll own that.
What would you consider to be bad fashion?
I'm going to say sweaters that are too fuzzy furry.
Sweaters that are too, but don't you have a couple fleeces that are quite fuzzy?
I'm
and
not
furry?
talking about fleece. I'm talking about really sort of fake furry sweaters.
Like
But
kind of
when-
like itchy sweaters?
They're not itchy. It's like this new
Like
kind
furry.
of fashion. It's like furry. It's like Sehar knows what I'm talking about.
Like H&M fur, like furry, like
Plush.
actual, a shag rug, but on yourself.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've seen these. Now, coming
You
in from the
have
chat,
on
see,
LinkedIn.
Dave, I just want to say, Dave, everyone's getting roasted. Friend of the show, Thomas Barnwell writes, James's closet. So I'm getting roasted and toasted too.
Yeah, but that's a friendly roast, James.
I think you and Four Loco Toad have more in common than you might realize. He's, or we don't even know, they are named after an alcoholic beverage, and you love drinking lots of alcoholic beverages.
Sure, sure. I like a smooth libation or two.
Oh, it took you a while to come out with that one, eh?
But yeah, I don't know. I think this.
All right, well, let's
guy's
keep
got
going.
it
Marilyn,
out
bad
to get me.
fashion.
Pants that people hang under their butts. Like I can't believe that still exists. I still
Yeah,
see
that's a very dated trend. I saw a young man on the metro the other day, and I was thinking, there's no way these are staying up. There's just no way.
I don't also get it. Like I mean, it's risky. Is it really hot? Like I mean, do I want to see this guy's butt? Like I
Yeah,
don't
do we have any idea of what the intention is with pants hanging below your derriere?
No, I thought as guys you would know because that's guys who do that.
I mean, it's true. Guys do it. Dave, any guesses on why guys wear their pants below their bum?
Yeah, I'd like to.
I sometimes I'm wearing pants in my belt. I'm not wearing a belt, and they accidentally slip. But it's not a.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, it's not a fashion statement.
I walked
It's-
into Dave's house a couple weeks back, opened the door, he was in the living room, bent over, and I just saw I had to be exposed to butt crack. That's the way this guy welcomes me into his home.
You know, James, everybody's got butt crack.
Yeah, it's true. Do you know why, or do you have any theories as to why people might wear them below their
I'm
derriere?
gonna say it. That was body shaming.
I wasn't shaming your body.
You were shaming my butt crack,
No, I was saying I saw it.
Yeah.
It was more I was stating facts.
and you should have said, "I saw it, and I liked it."
Well, I did like it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. In any event, the real Andrew Mackay writes, Dave, I want to go for a couple smooth libations with Dave. Four Loco Toad responds, Andrew, don't bother. This guy won't pay the tab.
Yeah, because I'm Jewish, right? Right, for Loco Toad.
Well, that's there's a lot of
That's what you meant, you bastard.
Sehar, bad fashion.
It's a thing. I don't know if it's a bad fashion in general, but I've seen it more and more. Having brands like showing the brand, like going out, like when you see the GG for Gucci and the Chanel. I don't like. I'm okay with the Ralph Lauren little logo man and the little alligator.
You don't want a
for the
huge
front.
logo. This is what I'm wearing.
No, I want no logo. I don't like seeing it.
Yeah, you're a woman who doesn't want to be affiliated to a brand.
That's no, you can have a brand, but be subtle. Like the Louis Vuitton. I'm the only person I think who hates Louis Vuitton.
Are we
and-
talking about only high-end brands here? Because you've been listing a lot of very top-notch.
Well, because I
brand?
don't think low end brands do this, do they?
Yeah, you get like a
Sure.
Nike sweater. Is a Nike
Yeah,
low end?
Champion
Oh.
does it.
Okay, yeah, I don't like high end brands. I
Old
like
Navy. You can get an Old Navy sweater.
I like the
Kirkland,
Nike logo.
Kirkland signature, Costco clothing.
Yeah.
They have it on the clothing.
They
Pres-
wouldn't have it on a hoodie or a t-shirt. They would Kirkland t-shirt.
They
Oh, yeah.
do. It's
Oh,
very
wow.
in right now. Kirkland
if you
clothing
work
is in.
for them,
Yeah.
or
President's choice.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
No,
So
that's-
no.
If you're an employee, no.
No, just regular people wear it now.
Okay, I take it back. I don't
Maybe
know.
it's like the norm core. It's like
Yes.
the suburban core. Like
Yeah.
so proud of going to Costco and saving money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like everyone had like the giant tiger one when the store closed down, or no, what closed down? What was the thing in
Zellers.
Target.
in Toronto? There was a very famous
Honest Eds.
everyone had a yeah. I don't know. I don't like high-end brands. It's also weird because it's the whole trend of like, remember back in the day when people used to go to the clubs dressed like they're going to a business meeting, especially women with the peplum tops and like they look like they're old women, but they're 19.
Well, this is lost on me.
Yeah. What
Oh,
would be
so
web?
Remember your old
what-
clubbing
around the
days,
time-
James?
Oh
No,
yeah, I've really put them behind me, so it's all a blur now.
No, when I was in uni, people would dress up like
Now,
they
when
were
you say uni, you mean
Unicycle.
university. Yeah, when I was on unicycle, people would dress up as if they were like going to a business meeting. It was very weird. They look like aunties. And now that's back again. And you've got these like 19, 20-year-olds, 23-year-olds doing their internships, but they look like Cruella de Vil, like they're all dressed up in like
Dalmatian
Emily
fur.
Gilmore. No, well, yeah, fur and also Emily Gilmore type outfits, like from the Golden Girls, her grandmother. It's weird.
now I'm gonna throw something in from past fashion. I don't think they're in anymore, but the gladiator style sandals.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Yeah,
flat, and they had kind of the little rope riding up the leg.
yeah, and they had like 1,000 like sort of teeth. It looked like it was a caterpillar. It looks like, you know, those like centipedes in your house. It looked like there was one wrapped
Yes.
around your foot. Yeah.
What about this?
Yeah, and Go for it,
Jenko
Dave.
jeans.
What?
what about Parasuco jeans?
Apparently Pamela Anderson owns Parasuco or was at Parasuco or something like that.
Well, God bless her for that. Now, what about those sandals? I don't know the brand, but it's like a flip-flop style, but the part that goes in between your first and second toe, it's like a wide piece of cloth or something. I don't know what the brand is. I can't really explain them, but I think those are brutal footwear. But I'm very outspoken with footwear, as Dave will have you know.
Very critical of boots.
or-
Yeah, I don't like boots.
Sandals, maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of like sandal-based footwear that I think is pas bon.
Yeah. Because have you ever worn sandals, James?
I've worn slides and flip-flops periodically. I currently wear slides at home. I used to wear slippers, but I like the slides a lot more. They're a lot squishier. Yeah.
Mhm.
Would you ever own a pair of Birkenstocks, James?
No, no. I'm not anti-Birkenstock, but I think a lot of the styles are pretty unpleasant looking. But there was like a couple summers ago when it felt like a lot of youngsters wearing giant white shoes. Like weird Fila shoes or Champion. Yeah, like
Yeah, really
They can't-
chunky sneakers.
yeah,
What-
chunky white sneakers.
Here's what
That's
I don't
exact-
like. Skechers.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like
Yeah.
cheap, dirty looking shoes are in now. I saw that there was some brand that came out. They're black shoes, but they look like they're like splattered with paint, as if you'd been using them for painting the room shoes. Very strange. Very, very strange.
That's a style. That's like the worn out is a style, and you
Yeah,
get
poor.
Yeah, it's like it's someone said normcore. It's like what you get at Urban Outfitters is stuff your grandmother's curtains are made of, and then they charge or like you look like like Little House on the Prairie, and then they charge you like $100 for this bib.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's leave it at that. Sehar has spoken. We've still got so many topics. I don't know how many we're going to get through. Maybe we'll speed through some of them, but if the conversation is spirited, we will not end it. Dave, are you ready to go back to the wheel?
Yep. Here we go.
Once again, I think milk right now is the topic of the night. I hate to say I told you so, Dave.
Boxers or briefs?
It actually says boxers of briefs.
That's true.
Wow.
So, I want to hear more.
Boxers of briefs.
Boxers of briefs.
What would that mean?
Yeah, Dave, as the person who populated the wheel.
Boxers of briefs, it'd be boxer shorts made out of briefs. Obviously.
That's boxer briefs.
or people who box on briefs, like they're just so.
Or boxers or lawyers.
I'd like to point out that Four Loco Toad also noted the typo.
Yeah, who cares?
All right. Well, it is boxers or briefs. Sehar, I want to start with you, right? You like provocatively dressed people.
Let's
No,
paint a picture.
Yeah, let's paint a picture.
You walk into a room and there's Tyrese.
There's maybe a celebrity there.
There's Tyrese.
Yeah.
He's sitting on a futon.
Yeah.
And he's only wearing a piece of undergarment.
Yeah.
Would you
See,
prefer
but
them
also
to?
you would also look at him. I'm not the only person who would look at Tyrese. Like, if
No,
you see...
but hold on. In this scenario, it's just you two.
It's just you two. Would you prefer? It's you, Tyrese, and Bono.
And Bono's tuning a guitar.
Bono's
He's
tuning a guitar.
preoccupied.
Yeah, and the Edge is calling him, but he's ignoring the phone call. Would you prefer Tyrese to be wearing boxers or briefs?
In this case, boxers, because I don't want to look at a lot of things with him.
Well, if he's sitting down wearing boxers, there is the risk that his genitals fall out.
Yeah, here's the trade-off. With boxers, you can catch a glimpse of raw skin, but with briefs, you get a good contour.
I don't want to see raw skin. So can I say boxer briefs?
Yeah, what is that? I'm not sure I know what boxer.
I think boxer briefs are just briefs.
Yeah, they
No,
are.
no.
They'd be in the
Okay. Dave, what are briefs?
Briefs are like
tidy
whitey cut, V shape. They cup in all the junk.
Okay, now
Boxer
this
briefs.
Is my fault.
Yeah.
I always just refer to briefs as boxer briefs. So, but the topic is what it is. It's not boxer briefs. You got to go Speedo cut or boxers.
Boxers. I also think it looks.
But again, you're taking the risk of seeing raw meat.
It just looks better.
Okay. Why?
Just the idea of a Speedo makes me uncomfortable on a guy.
Okay, fair enough. Marilyn, let's go to you. Boxers or briefs?
Well, in a past episode, you were looking at Nice Picture with Alex Brown.
I do recall this, yes. We were looking at sexy men, yeah.
Yeah, but I like those ads from the 70s, especially when there was like a matching t-shirt. I don't know, a matching
yeah, like a tight orange shirt with some very well-adjusted and same material underpants.
So I will say that I would go for briefs because I like that combo.
So you want the person to also be wearing a t-shirt?
Yes, but in general, I find like boxers to be funnier. Like usually they just
That's
interesting.
interesting.
Like a baggy pair of shorts under your pants, Dave.
I would think that briefs would be funnier.
Dave, we'll cut the crap right now. We're guys here.
Yeah.
We're going to admit what we wear. Dave, boxers or briefs?
I wear boxers.
Now, when you say you wear boxers, do you mean boxers or boxer briefs?
I wear boxers.
Yep.
Period.
So do I. And I will say there's very few of us left.
They're harder to come by these days. They used to be everywhere boxers, and now it's all boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not, they don't serve the average Joe anymore.
No, that's true. I did wear briefs when I was a young boy. I think every young boy grows up wearing briefs.
I did too, yeah.
I think we should talk about young boy underwear. It's weird.
My dad wears briefs.
There you go, Sehar. Now we're talking about old boys in underwear.
And one time when I was in high school, all my friends came home from high school. We went into the room, and my dad was doing exercise, sweating, and he was only wearing his briefs. And everyone was like, "Ugh." And my dad was like,
what type of exercise was he doing?
He was on the Nordic track machine.
Was he wearing sneakers?
He was wearing sneakers and briefs. And he goes, "Come on, Dave, we're all men here."
What was your response to when you walked in and saw him in sneakers and I'm putting that in bad fashion. Briefs and sneakers.
I said, "Good Lord, Dad."
Marilyn, what about this? You walk in, you see briefs, a t-shirt, but sneakers.
And Dave's dad, yes.
Okay, so there we go. Now, Dave, let me put this one to you. What do you think would be more of a successful date? Marilyn and your dad or Sehar and your dad? And why?
I think that's an easy answer, to be honest.
Look, I don't know your dad that well, but I've come into contact with him enough. I think the better date would be Marilyn and your dad.
1000%.
What does that mean?
Because I feel like Marilyn, you have a lot of patience.
Yes.
You would find some of his idiosyncrasies interesting and intriguing. And I think Sehar, you would instantly be furious.
Coming in from the chat, Dave, you've got an ally. The real Andrew Mackay writes, I had a similar experience. Brought home the girl I had a crush on in high school, and my dad was in tighty whities laying on the couch eating chips and dip, and the dip was resting on his stomach. Wow. The only thing that could possibly make it better if his dad was wearing sneakers.
Oh, I like that Four Loco Toad claims that my story's not true.
I knew it was coming as well. I knew
like
it was
I'm making
coming.
up stories about my dad. What a
trying to
turd.
get clout. You're trying
Yeah.
to get clout by telling unsettling stories about your dad.
Yeah. All right.
Have you since run into him wearing just tidy whities?
I'm sure, yeah, but not in a memorable way where my friends were witnesses.
All right. I would love to be part of that next experience.
All right, well, I'll set up a
Okay,
thing
well,
for
hold
you.
on. How do you think that would go? You're like, hey, I need help getting something from my parents' house. You and me show up, and we see your dad, and he's in tidy whities. Maybe he's on some type of exercise machine. How do you think that interaction goes, knowing my sensibility?
Here's what I think would happen, actually, James. My dad would ask me to help him move some heavy object in his house, and I would say, oh, I'm going to need somebody else to help me with him. And I'd bring you. And then my dad would just be there sweating in his undies, getting ready to help us move the thing, like a fridge or something.
And you don't think that I have any comment on it? I just leave it alone.
I think you make a comment like, just like in passing, oh, nice something or other. Nice cock.
Think
Yeah.
breezy, Mr. Kaufman.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's breezy, yeah.
All right. Update from the real Andrew Mackay. Apparently, his father was also wearing white tube socks.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh,
Someone paint that portrait.
that's a nice addition to the kit that I like. The brief and the tube socks. Yeah.
Mamma mia, Marilyn. Your DMs are going to be on fire tomorrow. Let's go back to the wheel. Still a handful of topics to go. Sehar, isn't it good that you're back? Isn't this nice?
Yeah.
It's not going to take another year, will it?
No.
There you go. And the wheel has landed on.
Fun activities.
Now, this is what Dave has thrown into the mix. Fun activities. Dave, this is your contribution.
Boxers or briefs.
Well, James and I were having a discussion, and I said, oh, it'd be fun to maybe hang out, watch a movie together.
Oh, let's hold on. You're omitting a lot of information. In the late fall of 2022, Dave was talking about wanting to have a guy's day because he had some time off from work, and his idea was that we watch a movie together. And Dave, you can take the story from here.
And you said, oh, that sucks. I thought it'd be fun to watch a movie. I think it's a fun activity, getting together and watch a movie with somebody.
I never said watching a movie was a bad activity. I said that as the premise to a guy's day is not great.
No, you did say it was a bad activity.
Well, it's a bad activity for a guy's day.
I don't think
Now,
there
Dave,
was...
Dave, would you like to then explain what my proposal was for Guys' Day that we ended up doing?
Your proposal was that we go on a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously is a fun activity. But it's a different scale than just getting together and watching a movie.
Yes, but they're both activities.
Yeah, but they're both fun activities.
Yeah, but I thought for a guy's day or a guy's weekend, that's, we can either wallow in the muck or we can swim or rather soar with the eagles.
I agree that it's a better activity.
All right, so fun activity.
It's a different scale. It's like saying,
Yeah.
oh, do you want to go to the mall or do you want to go on a trip to Hawaii? It's like, obviously,
'cause
Hawaii would be better.
No, but you're leaving out the crucial part is that the premise was we're having a guy's day, a guy's trip.
Well, it
on.
wasn't a trip. Anyway, what are some fun activities you can do with some friends?
Yeah.
Well,
Marilyn,
I
let's start with
think-
you. Fun activities.
You're starting with who, me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear because I talked.
That's okay.
Sorry. I just want to say for the movies, what if it was like, some cult classic that you both hadn't seen? Like maybe something like that. That could have been fun. You know what I mean?
I don't disagree that it's fun.
See, that
but
sounds fun.
As a guy's day, I think you have to aim higher. If it was just
for a
hey,
hangout. Yeah.
yeah, hey, what are you doing later? Oh, I got nothing going on. You want to come watch a movie? Yeah, that sounds all right. But when it's built up to be like, let's have an event, I thought that was a very low event.
I didn't mean it to be an event, though.
You were talking about a guy's day, guy's weekend.
No, not a weekend. I was just saying, I have the day off. You want to hang out?
I turned it into a 3-day extravaganza.
Wow.
Anyway, what are some
Where'd you
other
go?
activities, Marilyn?
I
Oh,
didn't
we went to New England. We
Oh,
went to
wow.
Rhode Island. We went to Boston. We watched some live wrestling. We stayed at a hotel. We ate countless meals.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that's
way better than sitting in your basement watching a movie.
Of course. I'm not arguing that.
Sehar, let's go to. Oh, hold on. Let's go back to Maryland. Maryland,
Yeah.
fun activities.
Well, all sorts really. Again, there's the scale, but bowling. If the time is right, with a bunch of fun people.
Bowling is fun.
People watching at a new bar, a dive bar, a better bar. Just like I like road trips. I like trips, cottages, cabins.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lakes. I am one to partake in board games.
Sure.
And voila.
I like a board game night with the right combination of people. It can be very fun. Sehar, let's go to you. There was a lot of nodding and acknowledgement to Marilyn's choices.
Everything she said. I was gonna say bowling. I haven't been bowling in years, and I loved it.
Why not?
I don't know who to go with. No one likes bowling anymore.
Everyone likes it. We're over here not. Well, the four of us can go bowling.
I've heard
Okay,
there's a
let's go
new
bowling.
good bowling lane with like modern amenities.
Where?
I think it's called like Laurentian Bowling or something.
That's
Is
not
it
a
in
new.
the
That's
Laurentians?
old.
No, it's not. It's not in the Laurentians.
Oh,
But
that's
maybe
like in
they
the West
renovated.
Island.
It's very big.
I think they
Yeah.
renovated it. Yeah, yeah.
And it was cheap. I used to go back in the day. I used to go to that one because it was like $6 for like a bunch of tries.
I'm saying it right now.
Yeah, let's
Get
go.
ready for this. Get ready for this. The At Home with James Christmas pageant wrap party is going to be a bowling party.
Yeah.
Sehar, unfortunately, you are not in the show. You will not be able to attend. Now, coming in from the chat, Marlena Moore wants to know, Sehar and Marilyn, what's a fun gals' day activity? Great
so
question.
this is-
Me and Dave, we're excluded. What are you two doing together?
So something that I reignited in my own life this year, I forgot how fun it was to dance. And actually, Marilyn, you were there. And we played Kylie Minogue, but there was a disco birthday with one of someone called Joanna, and it was just fun to just dance with no agenda. I don't know if that happens in the city anymore, or you have to go to a club, but that was really fun. I like something. If it's for a gals' day, I think road tripping is great. Brunch is great. Like one nice, a little bit indulgent meal.
Mhm.
I've never been one for like manicures and stuff because it's expensive and I don't know, I use my hands too much. People would do that.
Spa.
Some people do that whole spa thing, which is, I think that's a great idea. Something that you can do that doesn't require much focus, that ends up bringing up conversation and heartfelt things, and then we talk. We like to talk, and
I'll tell you what, I never thought I was going to be a spa guy, but after we did the first at-home live, that's what I knew I wanted, to sit in a hot tub. And I
Yeah.
told Dimitri Kierez, I said, I'm going. You can come if you want to. I loved it, and I've been back since, and I will go back again.
James,
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a New Year's challenge.
Okay.
You should get a massage.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's why it's a challenge.
I got an $8 massage when I went home.
$8?
$8
Oh, and
every. I
then
got 3 massages every day. Like this is probably something that would cost like
Hold on.
150.
Every day,
Yep,
3?
I went to no $8. Basically, we were at a resort, and they would come around and announce like the resort massages was like 50 or $60 per person. When we're walking on the beach, someone was like, a tourist was like, "Hey, there's like a lady in a hut like right down there, $8." And this person had no, she had done this massage at the hotel and at this place. It was amazing. I had so many knots, and then we just did one, and then I'm like, I kind of wouldn't mind another one. So every morning we'd go for breakfast, wait an hour, go for a full massage, full body, like really like $8.
Now, did you give this lady in a hut a good Yelp review?
No, but I gave her number to a bunch of people in Nairobi because that's how she works.
Well,
But
did you tip her? Is
yeah,
that a thing? Okay.
yeah, I don't know how much we tipped her, but for sure $8. Like my mom was like, "Here's a lot."
Well, Marilyn, how do you feel about massages?
I love them. I think I had 3 in December.
Where do you
Whoa.
get them?
But because I have insurance, and then I was like, I want to
Oh,
use
you-
all my insurance, so I have like, I always forget. I think I prefer them in the winter. I find
Yeah.
like it's kind of like nice, and maybe it's a nice end of year thing. But yeah, I'm certainly partial to them. But I can well, I mean, I'm sure if you try, but I can understand the weirdness about it. But it's
Yeah,
just
I would say that I would feel the same way about getting a massage as I would a lap dance. I'd just be uncomfortable during the whole thing.
You would think, but then you get used to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'd want to know the masseuse.
yeah. There's that also.
I want to have a rapport with them.
Get a guy masseuse.
I don't care if it's a male or a female. I would just want a rapport.
Okay.
Mhm.
I would have the opposite experience. I'm like, I don't want to know anything about. That's how I want a rapport with my hairstylist. I don't really want someone to know me. If
All right,
they're-
well let's go back to the wheel on that note. There's fun activities, lots of fun activities if you're out there and you're thinking, I don't know what to do with myself. I want to have some fun. Go to the spa, go on a road trip, board games, bowling.
What if
Maryland.
you and Dave had a couples massage at the same time on your next guy day?
save
Look.
money.
I just it's Dave could be there. I don't know if that would make it better or worse. It's just the idea of being face down, not knowing what's happening behind me. It's the mystery that is kind of off-putting.
Well, it's
That
not a
would
mystery. You
turn
feel
around.
it. You feel what's going on. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'd go to like Boda with Dave. Sit in the hot tub, do the cold tank, sit in the steam room.
I'd do that. James, that sounds like a
That's way better than watching a movie together.
sounds like a guy's day.
Way better than a movie. Let's go back to the wheel.
Movies are
Still
pretty
got a
good.
handful of topics left. We started the show late, so we can go overtime technically. We'll see if we can blast through what is remaining with the time that we have left.
All right.
Yeah, we can time it 1 minute per topic if you want.
Oh,
Vices.
vices. Okay, do we have any vices that we're willing to share? Dave, let's start with you. Drinking doesn't count.
It's Coke.
Well, hold on, Sehar. Dave
Um,
has been addressed.
Well, I used to have a vice that was like eating snacks too late at night, but I've sort of have cut that out. In 2023, I cut that out, which has actually been pretty good. And then what else? I drink too much coffee. I drink like 5 cups plus of coffee a day.
That's incredible. 5, you're a legend.
Yeah.
All right, Sehar, Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola, I try not to keep it in the house. If I do, I only buy like a can or worst case a bottle. This is a behavioral thing. I sleep to avoid, and then I sleep very late at night, like at 3, and then it's just it's knowing the effects and still doing it anyways. But yeah, like I'll take a nap instead of dealing with stuff, and I pretend I don't
Sure.
sleep until
All right. Well, I want to quickly circle back to the less serious one. The Coca-Cola. If you have, let's say, a case of, let's say you have a 12 pack in your house, how many of them will you drink in a day?
Oh, one. It's
Oh, that's
one.
not so bad.
No, I know, but that's the thing. You shouldn't be drinking one a day. So the way I curbed it was normally I would just buy like those what is it? Bubbly, like they're $5
Yeah.
each. So that way, but I drink if I have that in the house, I'm not gonna drink water. I'm just gonna drink like 3 bubblies a day because it's water. It's some
Well,
sort.
if that's the case, I'd recommend a Soda Stream. That's
I know I thought about that, but then I'm trying. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure. I like the fizz.
I
So
love the fizz. Marilyn, let's go to you. Vices. You got any?
Yeah, I too. I love to nap multiple times in a day,
Oh yeah.
napping, and chips. I love chips. I'm obsessed with this spicy bread. I thought it would help me because they're kettle, habanero, and lime. You know that I love chips already, James,
Yep.
but
Marilyn,
this
you're getting
bread is
ahead of the topics here.
oh, well, sorry, they're spicy. And I thought, oh, I can't have the whole bag. But now my
Mm-hmm.
tolerance level has improved and I can actually have the whole bag, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll follow suit. I would say that junk food is my vice. If I'm having a great day, oh, you know what? I want a double cheeseburger. If I'm having a bad day, I need a double cheeseburger.
that's Coke for me. That's
Yeah,
like a
throw
cold
that in.
beer. A cold
I
beer for
drank a
people.
can of Coke with my dinner,
Yeah.
and then I had a bottle of Coke and thought, I want some more. But here's
Oh,
the thing, I drank a regular Coke, but I have caffeine free in my fridge. Going back to back with different Cokes, very strange flavor profile.
yeah. I would just do the real thing. But it's like when life sucks, I want a Coke. When I'm celebrating, I'm like, I deserve a Coke.
That should be their new marketing campaign. Okay, we went through vices. Let's go to the next one. It may or may not involve chips at some point. The wheel is spinning. Only a few topics to go. Marilyn proposed 1 minute per topic. That may have been a little bit over a minute, but heck, we went through it fast.
Making friends as adults.
Making friends as adults. How do we feel about that? Sehar, let's start with you this time around.
I mean, it's improv. If I didn't have improv, I wouldn't have any friends. Like it's difficult to meet genuine people, making eye contact with like the people that come to classes, you can tell that some of them are struggling to connect with any human outside, and then they all meet each other at improv and they all feel seen. Or
Well,
I
as
mean,
adults, you end up connecting with new friends in your places of work or your hobbies. It's not like we're
but that's the
going
thing.
out.
You need to get a hobby or you connect with someone at the gym. Like it feels like you I don't know how people made friends in the 90s. You just turn to someone at a bus stop and you're like, "Hey,
No, it was the same way as they do now. Like we all made friends with people in school because we were forced to be around these
yeah."
people. Then you leave school and you find a thing, you meet new people. I don't think it's that hard to make friends as adults. Dave, you threw this one in. How do you feel about this?
I think, I mean, there's improv, but I feel like there's a special dynamic that happens when you have kids where you have to decide if your kids' friends' parents are cool enough that you actually want to be friends with them. So you can like avoid them, or you can like like
Yeah.
hang out together while your kids play.
But again, what we're talking about here is the common bond. So it's work, hobbies. Yours, Dave, is oh, here's another person who has a kid who has befriended my kid at daycare.
Yeah,
Are they a dud or not?
exactly.
In your experience, are they mostly duds?
I would say, I mean, sometimes they're just not a match. They're just you keep swiping or whatever.
Yeah.
But I
You
met
wouldn't be
my
getting the rose at the ceremony.
I'm friends with my neighbors' parents now, and they're cool. And there's a few.
Hold
There's a
on,
few.
you're friends with your neighbor's parents?
Well, it's technically true because they have kids, so I'm friends with the kids'
Understood.
parents. But yeah, I
Understood.
suppose I did say that wrong. I'm friends with my neighbors who have kids. My daughter
Your
and son's age.
friends?
Yeah. We see. I mean, we see
Okay.
each other. We're on the well, I don't text the guy, but our wives text.
Well, and I'll
stuff.
say this, Dave. I think you're a pretty easy guy to get along with. You've met some of my outside of the comedy world friends, and you've gotten along quite seamlessly.
Yeah, but I'm a chill guy.
Same cannot be said for me.
No, you are hard to make friends with because you're very particular.
Yes, yeah, that is true.
I
I
think that's
agree.
important though.
There's very much a scanning process that happens.
Yeah.
Marilyn, let's go to you. Making friends as a grown up.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there's improv, but I used to play some sports, ultimate frisbee, and I
Mhm.
played some rugby. And there was that third
Oh, yeah.
half that they talk about a lot, and you hang out, you do a lot of drinking, and you go on trips and stuff. So traveling is a great way to meet people. When you travel as an adult, even if you're by yourself, it's easy to
See, that's something that would make me very nervous. Like, oh no, strangers in a hostel? Ooh.
Well, I've met some amazing people at the weirdest places. Just yeah, like it. I've ridden 13-hour with a guy in his car from Romania to France. Like I don't like, but I mean, I've talked for 13 hours with this guy. Like
Was it just a kind of like a ride share?
Yeah. And then
see, that sounds like that would be one of my worst nightmares. Sehar, how about you? 13 hours in a car with a guy.
I'd probably end up talking. I did that. I was on a flight and it was.
Would you say that you're an oversharer, Sehar?
Yeah, when I choose to be, it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
I think I like to connect, and I'm like, no, I won't. There's things I keep to myself, believe it or not, but I like to share.
All right. Let's go to the next topic. We're blasting through these, 2 left.
Here we go.
So this is either going to be 2023 regrets or the Mount Rushmore of chips.
Mount Rushmore, chips.
The Mount Rushmore of chips. So Mount Rushmore, we've got 4 options that we can put there. This is not the Founding Fathers. This is a Mount Rushmore of chips. This is what I propose, and I thought of this taking my pre-show pee. So this is not, because it's time sensitive, I don't think we should think about this too hard. Otherwise, we're going to start psyching ourselves out. The first 4 chips that come to mind. Dave, your Mount Rushmore of chips.
All right. Doritos, regular.
Yes.
Miss Vicky's, regular.
Oh.
Ruffles, salt and vinegar.
Wow.
And
Ruffles has salt and vinegar?
What am I thinking of? Am I saying it wrong?
I didn't know that Ruffles made a salt and vinegar.
No. So all dressed.
Yeah, there we go.
All dressed. And what would be the last one? Man, this isn't on it, but the first thing that comes to my head is Sun Chips, which can't be right.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. My current Mount Rushmore, the Harvest Cheddar Sun Chip.
Really?
Hell yes.
Interesting. Is that the orange
Vicky's
bag?
Yes. Miss Vicky's. Lime and black pepper.
Oh.
Ruffles, regular. Doritos. I might kick myself for this, but I'm gonna go regular. But man, the Cool Ranch is unbelievable.
What about that sweet chili heat?
I love sweet chili heat.
Ooh.
Sehar, let's go to you.
Oh,
Mount Rushmore of chips. Don't think too hard.
Okay. This is because of my childhood, all of them, but cassava chips.
Okay.
They're expensive here. Then I grew up on like the very basic fried auntie chips, which I think is Miss Vicky's equivalent.
Okay.
But
Like a kettle cooked.
Yeah, or something like that. And then I like salt and vinegar Lay's.
Yep.
And I don't know if this is a chip, but I really like it. The corn puffs, the cheesy puffs, the puffy puffs things.
Is that a chip? I say no. I say a corn puff, like one of those like sponge treats, not a chip, because it's a potato chip.
Yeah.
But it comes in a bag like a chip. It would be equivalent.
Yeah, that's
snack.
like saying smart food is a chip. Comes in a bag.
Okay.
But it's a chip replacement smart food probably.
But this is the Mount Rushmore of chips.
Oh, okay. I'll put.
They don't need to be potato chips because you said Tostitos. Are they not corn?
It is a corn chip. Yeah,
Okay.
It doesn't. Okay, fair enough. But it has to be a chip.
a
Okay.
chip.
Marilyn, that was a great. You caught me. You caught me.
We're gonna say, is it Miss Vicky's green one? Isn't that jalapeno cheddar?
Just jalapeno.
Oh, I want something with cheddar and chives. Something cheesy.
Well, I mean, there's like Ruffles sour cream and onion is a good one.
Yeah, let's put that there.
All right, Marilyn,
All
chip
right.
expert. This is why Dave told you not to get too ahead of yourself.
Yes. Well, I'll go with the kettle habanero and lime.
Yep.
The kettle truffle oil. The Ruffles all dressed.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also say the cassava chips, but spicy. I find them only at
yes.
one place in
Lemon and
Montreal.
chili, yeah.
What is a cassava chip?
Cassava is like it's a
Cassava,
plant.
excuse me.
Yeah, you've seen them in like a black packet. It's a plant. It's not a banana, but it looks like a banana. So
No, it looks like a potato.
Is it it's a root,
fiber.
right?
it does like a potato, yeah.
It's a root.
It's a root, and they slice it up,
Yeah.
and they turn it into a chip, just like
And
a
then-
potato.
And in Nairobi, like you go and you put it in a plastic bag, and then he like squeezes lemon and he squeezes chili powder
Ooh.
and then you put salt and then you shake it and then it's
Is he?
so
Do they
good.
cook him in front of you?
Yeah,
Nice.
I've never seen these. I just did a search. I love this. I love
you
this
have
topic. This should.
you've never
Well,
bought it. It's on the organic section, or it's like kind
I'm
of
gonna do a full-blown chip episode. That's what we're
okay.
doing. Dave, let's go. We don't even need to go back to the wheel. We know what it is. There was
Well,
only
I gotta
one or two
spin it,
left.
James.
Okay, we'll spin it. We'll do it live. Dave caught me. I was just getting so excited about the prospect that we have finished the wheel. In fairness, we did start the episode off talking about social media faux pas, and we have landed on.
There we go. 2023 regret.
Do we have any regret? This feels like such a sad topic to end on, but maybe we can use it as a motivational piece for the year that is now. Regrets in 2023. Take a second to think about it. As you do, just a reminder for those watching, we will be back in our regularly scheduled Monday 9 p.m. time slot a week from yesterday, right here on twitch.tv/athomewithjames.
Sehar, you look like you're back in a distant memory right now.
I am like
Oh, she's just thinking about Tyrese and them boxers.
Briefs, James. Oh no, boxers. You're right.
It was boxers. Dave, I want to start with you.
You want to start with me?
Any regrets in 2023?
Well, I had a pretty tough year in 2023, James, but it was mostly because I had a new son, and having a new kid is difficult. So I don't have regrets in that area because I'm happy that I have my boy. I ate a pizza in February. I ate too much pizza, and it gave me gas problems.
So your biggest regret is that you ate pizza that caused you to have flatulence?
It's flatulence and digestive problems as well.
Okay, so digestive problems is the real answer.
Yeah.
You want to go further into this?
It was a good pizza. I had it in Florida. Sausage.
So I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
in Florida.
Yeah. There was a picture of The Rock on the wall while I was eating it.
You don't want to go into any further specifics.
Not really.
James,
Right.
do you want to go into further specifics?
I do, but I won't. Out of respect for Dave.
Yeah.
Marilyn, let's go to you. 2023 regrets.
Maybe just general time management. It's not
Mhm.
my forte. There's things I could have dealt with better, and I look to improve always.
Okay, so improving time management. Again, not this is not an optimistic topic, but it doesn't mean it can't lead to optimistic change. Sehar, as Dave mentioned, this topic looks like it rocked you like a hurricane. Do you have any regrets from last year?
If I actually think about it, not necessarily the thing that was rocking my head like a hurricane, because I don't regret doing that. I think mostly just procrastination, but also not believing in myself sooner. It took like 6 or 7 months to like,
Sex.
yes, it took 6
It
months.
took sex for you to begin believing in yourself.
It took 6 or 7 months for me
Go
to like,
Tyrese.
God. It took 6 or 7 months for me to like actually believe in myself with something, and it's just like I wish I didn't procrastinate on it. Yeah.
All right.
Also, I wish I went outside more. I didn't.
Okay, so it sounds like everyone's got some regrets that are solvable. Go outside more, continue to believe in yourself. Marilyn can manage time better, and Dave can be more cautious about Floridian pizza.
Now hold on, James. We didn't hear your regrets.
Oh, that's true. I put a to-do list together last year, very early on, probably 1st or 2nd of January, and I accomplished a lot of things that I wanted to do. One of which was including doing a live version of the show, which we got to happily do 2 of. Another one was to put another solo show together, another solo play. I didn't do it. I regret not doing it, but other things got in the way, but it's not a deep regret. But I would have liked to. It's always nice to be creative. But I'd like to think that I supplanted it with other creative ventures. So it sounds like we are all ending this topic with, as Marilyn is showing, a lot of heart, a lot of love, and a lot of care. We've completed the 2024 Wheel of Topics, unrelated to the Halloween Wheel of Horrors that we will see in October and the Holiday Wheel of Wonder that we will see in December. We've done it. Another great episode, another night in the trenches. Sehar, final thoughts from you after you've made your triumphant return after a year plus.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I like the wheel. It's a nice way to spend a winter evening.
Yes. Okay. So maybe we can look forward to more winter appearances from you on this show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are you willing to commit to the viewers now? Look into the camera. Commit that you'll be back. Because if I ask you to commit to me, it's easier for you to bail.
I will be back. I will be back.
As the famous Terminator once said. Marilyn, final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Such a nice range of topics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, thanks to you and Dave for putting them together.
Thank
I can dream about my
you
more
for
chicks
participating. And Dave, I know there was some tension with you and the
Pretty good
viewers
show. I liked the guests. I liked the host. I liked most of the people in chat.
Yeah.
Not all of them, though.
Well, those people will remain nameless. For Sehar, Marilyn, Dave, I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. And, of course, be well.